The 10th House of the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly took up government's business on Day 7 of the Budget Session 2022. The day began with question hour. The first question, raised by Tikrikila MLA Jimidi Sangma, was related to projects sanctioned under PMGSY scheme under Tikrikila CNRD block. Chief Minister Conrad Sangma, in his reply to the second question raised by East Shillong MLA Dr. Ampreen Lingdo regarding the state government's position to the amendment to the IAS Cadre Rules 1954, stated that the government has opposed the amendment via a letter from the Department of Personnel and Training in January 2022. The Chief Minister informed that the state currently has 41 IAS officers out of the total strength of 77. Of these, 23 are direct recruits and 18 promoted. He said that considering the shortage, the government does not agree to the amendment. The third question taken up raised by Umuroy MLA George B. Lingdo was on the total number of projects and targeted irrigated areas in Ripoy district. Education Minister Lakshman Rumboy, in response to the fourth question raised by Nongpo MLA Merrill Bonds Aim, stressed that the government has the intention of raising higher education in the state through multi-pronged approaches and not necessarily by setting up government colleges. The fifth question was on the status of the demand for inner line permit in the state, raised by Maulai MLA PT Saukume. Chief Minister Conrad Sangma stated that the matter is being examined by the Ministry of Home Affairs, adding that the government is pursuing the issue and trying to convince Government of India to implement ILP in the state. To the sixth question taken up today, raised by West Shillong MLA Mohendra Rapsang, Home Police Minister Lakshman Rumboy informed that in the last 5 years there were 7 cases of improvised explosive device blasts that were reported in the state. Following question hour, Umuroy MLA George B. Lingdo called the attention of Minister in Charge PHE Renington Tongkhar Lingdo to a news item published in the Shillong Times under the caption Report on Low-Quality JJM Pipes Submitted. The MLA urged the minister to make the report of the inquiry on substandard pipes found to have been supplied be made public. PHE Minister Renington Tongkhar Lingdo informed that the department has taken swift and decisive action to ensure pipes are of approved standard quality and has asked the manufacturer to recall all pipes of inferior quality found in few divisions. Mausanram MLA HM Shangpliang raised a short duration discussion under the caption Grievances Faced by the Work Charge Employees under the Public Work Department and urged the government to regularize work charge employees, revise their salaries under the 5th Pay Commission and release the salaries on time. MLAs PT Saukume and George B. Lingdo participated in the discussion. Deputy Chief Minister in Charge PWD, Prastun Tensong, informed that the department will take up the issue seriously with Finance and Personnel Department and one-time regularization can be considered for 550 numbers of work change employees. He added that there is a standing order since 2020 for payment of salaries of work charge employees on or before the 10th of every month. Minister in Charge Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Bante Dorlingdo introduced the Meghalaya State Agricultural Produce and Livestock Marketing Promotion and Facilitation Amendment Bill 2022. This was followed by the general discussion on Budget 2022-23. Leader of Opposition Dr. Mukul Sangma and MLAs Nujorki Sungo, Marcus Marak, PT Saukume, HM Shangpliang, Balajit Sindram, Pius Marwen, Thomas Sangma, Violet Mikishila, Lazarus Sangma, Ferlin Sangma, Macmillan Bursat, George B. Lingdo, Esther Murmominin, Mohendra Rapsang, Samlin Malnyang, Gavin Milim, Jason Saukume Maulong, Jim M. Sangma, Saling Sangma, and Brenning A. Sangma participated in the discussion today. In his reply to the discussion on the budget, Chief Minister in Charge Finance Conrad Sangma stated that the government of Meghalaya has never maximized the fiscal space being limited to state governments by the Government of India, which was even commented upon by the chairperson of the Finance Commission. The Chief Minister said that by utilizing the fiscal space, the government can pump the funds needed for overall developmental activities. It may be reminded that the Chief Minister had presented the budget of 2022-23 with a fiscal deficit of Rs 1,849 crores, which is around 4.5% of the GSDP. On generating employment, he said that almost everything in the budget was towards creating more livelihoods. He stated that the government's mandate is to provide the platform and ecosystem for private businesses to flourish and that the government should not be in the business of business. On the border settlement issue, the Chief Minister informed that a tentative date has been set, the 27th of March, to hold the final discussion with the Ministry of Home Affairs and sign on the agreement between Meghalaya and Assam on the 6 areas of differences taken up in the first phase of talks. For more on the business of the day, snippets can be found on our YouTube playlist titled Budget Session 2022.